Hi everyone, we're back with another garden tour. I was a little hesitant to make this video because I am a lazy gardener and my garden looks terrible. All the grass has grown up in it, but I'm still getting food, so I figured it's worth a shot. And I'm out here with the chickens. They are harassing me and I'm about to give them some scratch. Good job, Phyllis. So Phyllis is broody right now, and she is sitting on some eggs. We'll walk in there in a minute and take a look at those. These are Phyllis's eggs that she is sitting on. And these are 3 that I need to take inside. I'll get those in a little bit. But yeah, maybe in about 2.5 weeks we'll have some chicks. More chicks, I should say. So we've got these chicks over here and they're getting bigger slowly but surely. And they are so cute. I just wanted to take a second and show off these mushrooms. They are huge. Look at my feet. Like, you get to hang out underneath that. Just a solid, yeah. It's so cool. I love having big mushrooms. The chickens knocked over that one. So Lowe's had a sale on their berry bushes about a week or 2 ago. They were $3 each. And we bought blackberry, blueberry, and raspberry. I'm pretty excited to get those in the ground. This garden isn't doing too great. I need to pull up this broccoli and the turnips and the beans. The cabbages, I still don't know how to tell if cabbages are ready. These are pretty hard. They are most likely ready. And I'll probably just feed it to the chickens. The zucchini is starting, the loofah, that's a squash, yeah. The loofahs are looking better. They looked really sad at first. All of my herbs, living in the country. So all of my herbs are doing really well now. This is oregano that we started from seed, and it is flowering and it's gorgeous. And then our onions are looking fairly sad. It may be time to pull those up and just chop them up and freeze them. Our dill is huge. And I just recently learned that you use the flowers for making pickles. So I've got to stop picking off the flower buds. I didn't want dill spreading around the yard, but I'll deal with it to make some pickles. Oh, I cracked myself up. We've got a bunch of tomatoes. They're just slowly ripening. And I'll pick one for a snack. That's a good tomato. Ooh, so I planted this tomato earlier this year and I thought it died, but apparently it made it. This lettuce, all of it's very bitter. Apparently when lettuce gets really hot and starts bolting, it starts getting bitter. So without fail, on days that I want to do a garden video, one of my neighbors is either mowing their yard or they're outside playing. I'm sorry for all of the noise. On this side of my yard, we have wild blackberries. And Lincoln loves to eat them. And so every morning I come out and try to get him some for breakfast. There's some back there. They're awfully bitter though. I think I prefer the domestic ones. They stretch all the way down there and then they go back. Lots of blackberries. They're really good. Look at the moon. Can you see it? Oh yeah, you can see it. It's so pretty. You see how tall my grass is? I have to, so that is That's knee-high grass right there. We don't like cutting our grass. We use the excuse that we're feeding the bees, but really we're just lazy. And it's hot. Look at these sunflowers. They're getting so tall. And I am extremely excited to see them bloom. And our corn's getting pretty tall. It's looking good. Here's our butternut squash. And they're getting there. Getting bigger. Let me just step back a minute and you can see how full that is. They're gonna slowly take over this too. And here's my pie pumpkins. I have a bunch of pumpkins too. You know, I have a lot of people ask, why'd you put your garden near the road? Believe me, it wasn't so I could hear cars constantly. It was to keep the garden out of the reach of the chickens. They don't come out this far. So these are black beans. And yesterday the blooms were looking good, and I think now they're getting ready to grow the pods. Look at this grass. Like, it looks like I've just planted beans in my yard. I've let the weeds go. And then our little tomato plants, they look terrible. We have not done a very good job of tying them up. So, just as a lesson, this is what happens when you don't take care of your garden. Let's see. So I've been dealing with some kind of squash rot. There we go. There's some zucchini. There's not many. But my zucchini and my yellow squash have been rotting before they even get big enough to harvest. Little marigolds, they're trying. Here's some edamame. They're getting there. We had some pad thai this week with edamame, carrots, and zucchini from the garden. Ooh, here we go. Never mind. Little bug focus. It split, but a little bug got into it. Maybe this one. Can that be my snack? No. All this rain has got the tomatoes splitting, but these plants just look pitiful. Look at this one, completely fell over. This is just, I'm embarrassed by my garden, but also they're still growing. And this is just a good lesson. Next year, put more effort into the garden. There's a zucchini. We've got about 4 or 5 zucchinis on the counter right now that we're trying to eat up. Oh, look at these little mushrooms. So, when we talk about healthy soil, mushrooms, fungi is a huge part of healthy soil. I'm gonna eat this guy. But yeah, fungus is important. You want it. And then these, ooh, that's hornworm damage. I wonder if there's one on here. I don't know. Look at these little wildflowers. I planted them and they're just now blooming. Here's some more marigolds I planted. And some zinnias. The grass is about to overtake them. Ooh, here's a little wildflower. He's so cute. Focus. There we go. Oh, here's another zinnia. Oh, my garden looks pitiful. Here's another zinnia about to bloom. Look, this blade of grass is up to my hip. Woo. Then our tomatoes. So this splitting right here is from all of the rain. Tomatoes like water, but they don't like it on the actual tomato. You can see they're just laying over. We had some really bad wind the other day, and that did not do good things for the garden. So yeah, just looking at this now, it's so terrible. Don't be a lazy gardener. I mean, you can, but do it right. So had we wanted to continue to be lazy gardeners, we should have put more mulch down, whether it was wood chips, pine straw, hay, straw, something to drown the weeds out. We did put that down, but we didn't put enough. Anyways, here we've got some ground cherries. I've never had these. I learned about these from Jess from Roots and Refuge. It's a YouTube channel that I like to watch. She has beautiful gardens. And here's some of Brad's Atomic Tomato. They turn black. They're not ready yet. These peppers, so we have a lot of peppers. We've got some banana peppers. This little plant and that little plant are looking rough, and I cannot figure out why just those two look rough. I have no idea what it is. Here we have some more banana peppers, some gypsy sweet. All of these are jalapenos, and they have got the jalapenos on them. I don't know if they're ready yet or not. We've got a bunch of these gypsy sweet. Another thing, the garden gets trash in it, being this close to the road. So I don't know, we've got to figure something out. These are cayenne peppers, and there's a ton of them. I have no idea what to do with them. I have no idea whatsoever. Here's another flower. And then our yellow squash. It's coming along. I've probably lost 3 or 4 to that squash rot, and I have no idea what could be causing it. We have these little melons just in this jungle, but look, in this jungle there's 2 little butterflies, and they're so pretty. They're like light blue on the inside of their wings. And we've got all those melons. Our cucamelons have finally taken off up the trellis, and hopefully we'll get some soon. I'm really excited to try those. And our cucumbers are slowly starting up the trellis. I think we've got some. Oh yeah. Get these leaves out of the way. That's a baby cuke. And then all of our watermelons right here. They look like they're doing good. We're trying to keep them in the garden and out of the yard so we don't accidentally run them over with the lawnmower. But yeah, this is my pitiful garden now. So at the end of the day, even though my gardens are messy and overgrown, I'm still super proud of them, and I'm glad we started them in the first place. We're getting fresh food, and we don't have to buy it from the grocery store, and to me, that's enough. I just want to take a second to talk about how hard it is to video myself. I don't know why. I want to make these videos, but it's always like, I'm ugly, or I sound stupid, or nobody cares. But I want to make these videos for myself. I'm trying to get over this. And thanks to everyone who watches my videos. I really appreciate it. And thank you for taking the time